Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for our November Alumni webinar on boosting productivity using AI Copilot with our esteemed speaker, Dr. Itauma. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that if you have any questions during today's webinar, please use the Q&A feature to submit them. We'll have time at the end to address any questions. Now, let me introduce our speaker. Dr. Itauma is a professional analytic specializing in transforming workplace productivity by using artificial intelligence. He is the assistant professor of analytics and divisional chair of DeVos Graduate School. He brings expertise in data science, machine learning, and AI to academic leadership and student mentorship. Dedicated to student success and innovation in education, Dr. Itauma is committed to enhancing learning through advanced analytics and aims to make a lasting impact in higher education leadership. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Itauma.
Thank you, Robin, for the warm welcome. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this 30-minute session, or maybe about 45 minutes, where we'll discuss all things AI. Let's start with a thought. Discover how an AI copilot can transform your workflow, streamline repetitive tasks, and unlock new levels of productivity and efficiency. Today, I'm here to share with you how we can leverage Copilot. Copilot is your everyday AI companion. My name is, or you could call I am Dr. Mighty Itauma. You can call me Mighty. I serve as the division chair and assistant professor of analytics at DeVos Graduate School. In this session, we are going to explore some of the most practical and impactful ways Copilot can help enhance productivity in the workplace. We will take a glimpse into the various workloads of AI, such as machine learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. From automating routine tasks to assisting in creative problem solving, Copilot is designed to work alongside you, empowering you to focus on what truly matters. So let's dive in and see how this tool can transform the way we work. Artificial intelligence is transforming the way we work. It's not just about machines thinking like humans. It's about enhancing our capabilities. Take a look. How many of you right here have utilized GitHub Copilot? I would love to see it in the chat. If you have used Copilot before, say yes. Otherwise, say no. How many of you have used GitHub Copilot? GitHub Copilot can assist in coding by providing intelligent suggestions, speeding up development, and improving accuracy. Then there is Microsoft Copilot, seamlessly integrated into tools like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, helping with data analysis, document creation, and presentations. And there are other productive tools in Outlook that we can use to prioritize emails, schedule meetings, and manage activities, keeping us organized and efficient. The session today will focus around these productivity tools. Imagine intelligent automation in action. AI-powered bots handling invoice processing or customer support, reducing human error, and saving hours of manual work. Now think about personalized assistance, like Microsoft Copilot drafting reports tailored to your style or scheduling meetings across time zones with a click. Finally, consider seamless integration Tools like Microsoft Teams integrating with your calendar to send reminders, or AI in Outlook prioritizing urgent emails and suggesting quick replies. These advancements aren't just conveniences. They are redefining productivity by giving us more time to focus on what truly matters. So what is Copilot? And why did Mike Krieger, co-founder of Instagram, call it the single most mind-blowing application of machine learning? Copilot is an AI-powered pair programmer designed to assist you in writing code efficiently and accurately. At its core is GPT-3, Generative Pre-trained Transformer, one of the most advanced language models. By leveraging GPT's capabilities, Copilot can understand your coding context, suggest intelligent solutions, and even complete complex functions, transforming how we approach software development. Microsoft Copilot is your AI-powered productivity partner. For organizations with it enabled, Copilot seamlessly integrates into tools like Word and Excel and Microsoft Teams. It helps us draft documents, analyze data, create presentations, or even summarize meeting notes, all with ease. You can use it for personal use. It's like having a personal assistant at your fingertips, helping you organize tasks, schedule meetings, and streamline communication. The best part is you can try it for free and experience firsthand how Copilot can save time, boost efficiency, and empower both individuals and teams to focus on what really matters most. What if you don't have Microsoft Copilot? No worries. There are other powerful AI-driven tools you can leverage, like Viva Insights. This tool provides real-time insights into your work, helping you protect focus time, automate to-dos, and streamline tasks. It works quietly in the background, offering actionable suggestions to enhance your productivity so you can stay on top of your work without feeling overwhelmed. Now, let me loop you in on a feature that's even more fascinating and underutilized. It's called Loop. See what I did there? Loop is a dynamic collaboration tool designed to help teams work seamlessly together. It lets you create, share, and collaborate in real time. One stand-up feature is the team retrospective feature in Loop, where teams can reflect on past projects, share insights, and improve their processes. It's a powerful way to foster continuous improvement and enhance team productivity. If you're not using Loop yet, you're missing out on a game-changing tool. There are so many features that it has that I think we need to put to practice. So, one of the major workloads of AI is, apart from machine learning, is natural language processing. We can use this to listen to our speech and it can be used to transcribe our speech into text and structure your thoughts into coherent formats, saving hours of manual work. Think about Alexa. You can say, "Hello, Alexa, add this item to my cart." And it starts a human-like conversation to confirm and complete your order. AI doesn't stop there. It suggests improvements, fills in gaps, and enhances your content. Many of you have probably explored tools like ChatGPT or Google Gemini, which are already changing how we approach different things in life today. Let's look at automated documentation. Now, AI can be used for automated documentation, which transcribes meetings into accurate records. No manual note-taking is required. We can actually integrate an AI note-taking app into our Zoom meetings. And that way, all of our conversation is transcribed in real time, and we can review after our conversation during a virtual call. It also excels in sentiment analysis, processing customer feedback to reveal key insights for improving products and services. And let's not forget email management. AI can be used to prioritize, organize, and summarize our inbox. So, what are we waiting for? Another interesting workload of AI is also computer vision. AI is driving innovation across industries. AI-powered vehicles are reducing driver fatigue and accidents, boosting productivity in transportation. In workplaces, AI facial recognition streamlines secure access, making entry procedures faster and more efficient. And in manufacturing, AI vision systems inspect products with precision, ensuring consistent quality and minimizing defects. These advancements highlight how AI enhances safety, efficiency, and reliability in our daily operations. Imagine this. It's Monday morning, and your AI assistant has already optimized your calendar. Meetings are perfectly spaced to allow time for personal commitments, and you see blocks of focus time reserved for your most important projects. Throughout the day, contextual notifications gently nudge you, reminders for tasks, but never too many to overwhelm you. By analyzing your work patterns, the AI knows exactly when you are most productive. It suggests the ideal time for deep work, ensuring you accomplish much more in less time. This isn't just productivity, it's personalized efficiency, helping you work smarter and live better. Now, you can allocate time to play pickleball or practice yoga while at work or any other form of self-care. Remember, health is wealth. Every leader wants to make the right decision. AI is transforming decision-making by gathering and processing vast amounts of data from multiple sources. Machine learning algorithms uncover trends and correlations that might go unnoticed by humans. Using both historical and real-time data, AI generates forecasts and actionable recommendations. With these powerful insights, leaders can make data-driven decisions that improves business outcomes. Collaborative intelligence is the powerful synergy that happens when humans work alongside with AI to achieve extraordinary results. When computers and people collaborate, the outcome often far exceeds what either could accomplish alone. GitHub Copilot is a perfect example of this. It leverages advanced language models to boost productivity and help developers solve problems faster and more efficiently. In my work, particularly with my students in the MSBA program, I've seen firsthand how AI can enhance learning, from personalized AI tutors with adaptive curricula to 24/7 support. We've discussed Copilot extensively, but now let's see GitHub Copilot in action and witness the power of collaborative intelligence. So now I'm going to move over. So let's look at GitHub Copilot in action. So here we have, I believe you can see my editor. Dan, can you confirm if you can see the editor?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So together now we're going to write a program in Python, and I'm going to create a new file. So this is an editor called Visual Studio, and I'm going to call this file Copilot in action .ipynb, which is a Jupyter notebook. And if you see here, I have already added the extension for GitHub Copilot. And now I can generate codes. You have generate code and markdown. I'm going to click on generate because we want to leverage GitHub Copilot. But before I can generate any code, I need to add my whatever the language kernel. So I want to program in Python, so I need to add the Python kernel first. But first, I'm going to type my code. I'll say, write a Python function to calculate the mean, median, and mode of a list of numbers. So we're in the age of prompt engineering. So that's a prompt I've just written, and it's generated. Wow, it just generated a code for me. That was pretty fast. And I'm sure that that has boosted my productivity 10 times more. But I would say this despite the fact that codes are generated with Copilot, with GitHub Copilot, you should always review your code before you run it. Just because you generated a code doesn't mean you should just copy it and submit it as a student, as the solution to whatever assignment given. Review the code. It is unsafe to run or commit code that you have not reviewed and do not fully understand. So it's important that you understand the code. So I'm going to look at the code and see if I would accept it or not. First, I'm going to accept it. And then I'll talk about it. So looking at this code, I can see that it's importing a library from statistics, import mean, median, mode. And it's creating a function for me called calculate statistics. And in this function, there are 3 items that will be returned: the mean value, the median value, and the mode value. And it's going to pass in, I guess, a list. And that's what it is. So the numbers is defined as a list, which is going to be passed into this function. And now it's going to compute the mean, compute the median, and compute the mode. And it even has a try except function method in case that there are some errors, and then it throws those errors. It handles those exceptions that might exist. And so here is a code that's going to run. It's going to call the calculate statistics and return the 3 values and print it out to the screen. That looks good. This would have taken me maybe 20 minutes to write, but this took me less than 2 seconds. Now I have to add the Python environment. So I'm adding the Python kernel. So that's the Python kernel so that I can run this code. So now that I've added my Python kernel, I can simply click on this run guide. And looking at these numbers, we know that the mode is 5 because that's the most occurring number. And now it's running. Okay. Escape. And here we have the results. We have the mode is 5, the median is 4, and the mean is 3.625. Awesome. All we did was use GitHub Copilot. Let's do something different. Let's say I want to create some visualizations and I want to plot a line graph. Say I have sales data and I want to plot a line graph. And I do not know how to do it in Python. I'm going to click on generate again and ask Copilot. So this time around, I'm going to say create, let's say create a Python script to plot a line graph of sales data with matplotlib. So someone told me that I could use matplotlib for visualization, and I do not have the time to go into the documentation of matplotlib to figure that out. I kind of in a time crunch, and I want to get this done quickly for my boss. So I just pass it on to GitHub Copilot and ask it to generate the code for me. Wow, pretty fast, isn't it? This could have taken me maybe 20 minutes. I got this in seconds. That has really boosted my productivity. Now, again, I need to review the code before I can use it. So looking at the code, I see that it's importing the library matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Okay, sounds good. And now it has defined some sample sales data. So what that means is that I can always replace this data with my own company data. Right now, it's the data is provided in place. So I could read my data, say, from a CSV. And if I do not know how to do that, I could ask Copilot, read this data set from this CSV, and it would update what it has generated. But right now, we have our sales data that consists of 2 features. We have the month, and we have the sales for the month. And now we have our plotting the line graph. And so this is the environment being set for plotting. And so we have plt.plot, and we want to plot months against sales, and we have the style. And then we have some configurations. There should be a title in our plot called monthly sales data, and the x-axis has months, the y-axis is sales, and we want it to show. This looks correct. So again, as I said, it's important that you have some understanding of programming before you use these tools. Because I always tell people that if I'm to employ 2 people, one knows how to program very well, and one knows how to program and knows how to leverage AI as well, I will employ the latter one that knows how to program and understands how to leverage AI, because he or she will be able to be more efficient in the workplace. So I click accept, and I'm going to run the code because I have verified it that it's okay. I trust it now. So I run the code. It will take some time. And voila, Wow. We can see the line graph, and we can see that sales is increasing in time. Wonderful. We did that in less than a second. That's the power of copilots. And what else? I see we have good time. What else can we do? Maybe we want to generate an SQL code. I'm going to click on generate, and I'm not going to run this, but I just want to do something different than Python. We've looked at Python. So I want to say generate an SQL query to fetch employee names and salaries from an employee's table where the salary is greater than 70,000, ordered by salary. All right. So I want ordered by salary, let's say in descending order. Many years ago, my professor would say, ensure you have good comments in your code. The comments I wrote in the past becomes the prompt of today. So now I can take all my comments and now look at them, and now they become my prompts to generate the codes. Of course, as I said, and it's also important to know how to code, but now writing good comments is equal to writing good prompts. So let's run this. So let's do something different than Python. Wow, that's awesome. It is written for me the SQL query. Select name salary from employees table where salary is greater than 70,000, order by salary in descending order. Wonderful. So if you are taking a class in where you're using SQL, you can use GitHub Copilot to boost your to be more efficient. And because I see it's correct, I would click accept, and now we have this. Of course, you can also write with, you can write with GitHub Copilot. I could come in and say, so I could start writing by saying the mean is, and it gives me is the average of all numbers in a list, and I can accept it. This is GitHub Copilot generating the text for me, and then I could write other things. The median, so you can learn with it. It already figures that I want to say the median. The median is the middle number in a sorted list. That is correct. The mode, and the reason why I have this lines is that I shouldn't have this in the code snippet. I should have this in a markdown. So I should have created a markdown for it, and I can put all the text in the markdown. And I can keep writing in the markdown. And I can press tab and it's giving me some suggestion. In this problem, we are given a list of integers and we need to calculate the mean, median, and mode of list we can use in statistics. Wow. That is generative AI for you. That is the use of Copilot in getting the work more efficient. So let me get back to my slide. So now you've seen GitHub Copilot in action. Dan, can you let me know if you can see the slides again?
Your slides are back.
Slides are back? Okay, thank you. So now you have seen GitHub Copilot in action. And again, to use GitHub Copilot, you need to enable it in the IDE. But let's wrap up. As we wrap up today, here's what I want you to take away. First, AI is transforming productivity by automating tasks and providing intelligent insights that keep you ahead. Second, Tools like GitHub Copilot and Microsoft Viva Insights are already optimizing workflows, helping us work smarter, not harder. Third, collaborative intelligence is where the magic happens. When humans and AI work together, the results are often beyond what either could achieve alone. Finally, the future of work is here. By embracing AI-driven tools, we unlock new levels of efficiency and innovation. The question isn't whether you should adopt AI, it's how soon can you get started? Back to you. Thank you for coming around, and I'm open to any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much, Dr. Itauma. Anyone who has any questions, please feel free to put them in either the chat or the Q&A. We did have a question and Dan actually answered it. Someone asked about creating and showing an image for marketing, and he suggested Adobe AI.
Okay.
We had one question come in. What type of employee training do you recommend?
Okay. The question is, just a minute.
She put it in the chat, but it was about employee training. So if someone was going to implement this, I think, in their.
What kind of live training? I would say that there are so many AI tools out there, and every single day, new tools are being designed and produced. My suggestion is play around with those tools. The beauty of it is that there are always the free version given to different users. It's more like plug and play. Just open it up and play with it. And you learn by making those mistakes. And again, think about why you need to use AI in the first place. How would it help to improve your work efficiency? Because there are some functions that might not really need you to utilize AI, And so if you think that there is a room for automation, there's room for improving repetitive tasks, then that's where you can leverage it. For example, if I am a doctor and I'm going for rounds and I keep taking notes, I would want an AI whisper that listens to my conversation so that later on I can just go to my computer and take snippets of everything that I have said and be more organized.
True, yeah. One other question someone had was, oh, it just moved on my thing. Where'd it go? Everyone's just saying thank you. Very informative. Oh, what potential challenges might organizations encounter?
What potential challenges might organization encounter?
Yes.
Well, the major challenges is we have to think about the limitations of AI. We also have to think about security, data privacy, etc. You don't want to throw out your company data out there. So I always tell people that if you're going to use AI in the workplace, ensure you've communicated with your boss, with the management, and that they are okay with it, or they've maybe created an in-house platforms that you can leverage in which they feel safe with the data that you're feeding these transformer models. So we need to be mindful of data security. We need to be mindful of, you don't want to put in all your personal information out there, especially if it's something very sensitive. So I would say understand how to utilize AI responsibly. It's the right way to go.
Wayne had a question. Can you offer suggestions on how academia can improve the ability to use AI without banning it? In the business environment, he uses it every day, but however, at school, it's discouraged. So the learning environments are reversed a bit.
That's a big question. I wish if I have the answer, then the world will be able to transform the world today. But again, I think it's something that we keep talking about. And it reminds me about what growing up when the calculators was introduced in the classroom, and every professor was like, no, stop the use of calculators. It's going to affect the brain of the child. Today, we're all using calculators today. Well, does it have its negative impact? I would say yes, it does. But has it improved our lifestyle? Perhaps it has. So now with the coming of AI, this is a new evolution in man. I think that it will take some time before we really embrace it, and trust it. Especially if taken, for example, having AI drive you to work. That takes a lot of guts, for you to really trust it, that it's going to take you and get you to your destination safe. Now, one way we can encourage companies to leverage AI is, I talked about Viva Insights. I'm sure not everyone knows that is AI driven. I also talked about Loop, which is really underutilized in most companies today. This is also AI driven. If we can show management how these tools that we already have access to, and they are actually AI driven, and how they can improve productivity, perhaps we can raise the argument of having Copilot enabled in our organization. That's my pitch.
There doesn't seem to be any other questions. Just a lot of thank yous, and what a great presentation it was. Just so everyone knows, we're going to skip December, and we won't be hosting a webinar due to the holidays. So we'll kick off our webinar series in January to kick off the new year. We wish you all a happy holiday season and hope to see you next year.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Bye for now. Thanks, Robin.